It's Test Miles on FM News 101.
We'd like to thank you for being part of our radio show. Test Miles now bringing you more fun facts of the day. Jen, of course, being in D.C. with us on Stephen for Mother's Day, and wearing Jen's outfit for the day is Ryan.
The biggest sales promo for Vespa was in 1952 when Hollywood premiered Audrey Hepburn side-saddled on Gregory Peck's Vespa in the feature film Roman Holiday.
You know what's one of my favorite films? Roman Holiday is one of my favorite films. I have to tell you. And I'm about a quarter of your age, Brad. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, so there you go. All right, so Brad, what have you been driving this week?
It's hard to go from Audrey Hepburn to a kind of a pedestrian car review, but I'll do my best. I had the 2016 Honda Accord Sport. So it's interesting for Honda, what they do is their sport version is actually more the base model, whereas Ford and a lot of other companies is kind of the high end. And in 2013, Honda introduced its 9th generation Accord, and for 2016, they did a host of advancements and cladding, and really beautiful, beautiful vehicle. When I walked out to this, I thought, wow, this is a great looking car. Plus, it had a manual transmission. A lot of fun. And then I had first world car reviewer issues where there was no push start. It was a key, no remote entry.
How did you possibly manage to get through your week?
Suffered through for the week.
Horrendous.
But this vehicle was really fun to drive. Enjoyed it a lot. The Sport gets 19-inch tires and wheels, some spoiler, some cladding, a really beautiful vehicle, and some impressive miles. It just has their 2.4 four-cylinder engine, and the 6-speed gets 27 combined mileage, while the CVT, which is an option for this vehicle, gets 30. So pretty impressive for a midsize sedan.
I'd have told you I was such an anti-CVT guy about 6 years ago, but nowadays I don't notice. I always tell the story when I drove the first Jeep Patriot with I thought someone had a hairdryer on under the seat the whole time I was there, but it was actually the CVT. They got a lot better, haven't they?
They did. Now, this is an interesting. When I had the coupe, I thought, why have a coupe if you can get a sporty sedan, which the sedan really looks like that, but you can't get some of the enhanced features in this vehicle. So it's a real comparison. The Mazda 6 is probably its biggest competition as it's got its new upgrade, but it's a great price at $24,265 for the 6-speed and $25,065 with the CVT.
It's not hard to like a Honda.
No.
They do a lot of really good stuff. You know, they're not necessarily a leader in design, but you know, the Honda HR-V is the third fastest selling car in the United States. Trying to work out how to word that. So they stay on the lot for the least amount of time. The number one happens to be the Subaru Outback, but they can't keep those Honda HR-Vs on the lot. So Honda's a popular car.
Well, they've been making this Accord since 1982 in the United States, so I think they know how to do it.
I'm going to make an age joke there about you, but I decided not to because 82 is obviously way too recent.
Yeah, I had the first probably generation Accord.
Yeah, 50th birthday. All right, there you go. Well done, Brad. Well done. All right, let's talk from four wheels and great sellers. Let's talk about two wheels as well, because, you know, we're all big fans of two wheels here. Vespa is an Italian brand of scooter. The name means wasp in Italian. Vespa has evolved from a single model motor scooter manufactured in 1946. All the way up to now celebrating their 70th anniversary, and they have a special Vespa out for that. And Paul Henry is here from Vespa of Portland. Paul, did you know what you were letting yourself in for, by the way, when you came on this show?
No, I didn't.
Probably surprised, right?
Yeah.
But a room full of crazy guys. But you're also involved in what is I would deem to say, a crazy bunch of people who ride Vespas. They are... The people who ride Vespas, I find, are fanatical about these, and they're a lot of fun, aren't they?
Yeah, we usually when people come into the shop, they're looking for Vespas. We have a couple other brands, but they're definitely locked into it, especially when they have promotions like the limited edition 70th version.
What does the limited edition 70th version involve? Is it special colors, special apparatus?
Yeah, it's... They're very partial to, as far as colors go, to a light blue and a light silver, which they've had in other limited editions in 2014 and 946, for example. And it goes all the way back to 1946 when they had a light blue then as well. The pastel colors are popular for a retro point of view.
There's nothing like a Vespa. A lot of people have tried to copy it, haven't they? I mean, I can think of 20 other brands that tried to be Vespa, but it just never quite made it.
No, it doesn't. And Vespa has some singular characteristics. One is the monocoque frame is all metal. Most of the other copycats are steel tubular frames with plastic panels snapped on.
And so they're Italian, of course, too, which means their flair and style is quite unique.
Yes, yeah.
They still have the sort of like ironing board seat there too, but they've actually made that look sexy, haven't they?
Yeah, they keep on working on that seat. They're kind of stuck in because it's been so retro and popular. They don't want to change it too much. But they've got a split seat now on the vintage series and a couple other seat characteristics.
How much am I going to pay for a Vespa?
A 150 is $5,500, including the freight and setup.
And then all the way up to you have a 300 too.
Yeah, a 300 is $6,500 in that area.
I'm almost by.
Is there any special licensing? Somebody has to have like a motorcycle permit. Like you had to go through.
So wait. So what's the CC is what of the 150? That's the CC, right?
Yes, that's the CC.
Yeah. So you'd still need an endorsement for that, right?
Yeah, it's the 49 CC is the cutoff. Anything 50 and above, you need an endorsement for in the state of Oregon.
Right. And so those people that have a motorcycle endorsement obviously coming in to get them. Who's buying Vespas? Who's your audience? Who's your captive? Your captive purchaser?
Well, we have quite a wide variety, but I would say 60% are women. And
now that surprises me because in the mods and the rockers when I grew up in England back in the 60s, not that I grew up there, but knew about the mods and the rockers. It was always the mods. It was always the guys riding the Vespas.
Yeah. I mean, certainly there's a lot of guys riding them. I would say the color selection comes into play when you have the different folks coming in.
They come in black, right?
Yeah, they
so
do.
The guys are okay.
Yeah.
What colors? Now you have one. You rode one in this morning.
Yeah, I have a white one.
Right.
And the white one is actually, even though it's not too flashy from a color point of view, it's good visibility. So that's the best seller actually on all this.
You got me worrying now because my bike is black. I hope it's my Captain America helmet that everybody sees first.
Yeah, just wear their retro reflective gear on and you'll be all right.
There you go. So mostly women that are buying them, and are they buying them new? Presumably you have a second-hand business as well, right?
Yeah.
I like to say gently used business.
Yeah, they go pretty quick. We get a trade-in and it's pretty much gone in a week.
Really?
Yeah, so in October we do a promotion to buy bikes from people that don't want them for the winter, and we collect maybe 20 or 30 used bikes that we try to build up for the spring, but they're gone now. So
really, so if you want a second-hand one, I'm in trouble. I'm buying a new one probably.
Yeah, because Vespas are so reliable, the price doesn't drop. It drops pretty much like everything else, 15 or 20% for the first year, but after that it hangs in there. So you get good value.
You got people that collect them?
Oh yeah.
People like, how many have you got in your garage?
I've got 3. But,
yeah. See, this is the trouble, isn't it? With things like this, it's like I went and sold my Honda Rebel, and I was thinking maybe I should just keep it. And then I was like, you know what? I already have like 5 cars in my driveway. The last thing I need is like 5 motorcycles in my garage.
Yeah.
And I presume that you like most dealers, you get to ride them around a little bit when you get a new model in there, just to test it.
Yeah, that's the good thing about it all.
How did it start for you? Did you start with a spanner and a wrench, as you call it here in the United States, and start like tinkering with them yourselves? Is that how you ended up doing it?
No, I hate to tell you, but about 6 years ago, I was looking for a business to buy, and it could have been anything, but I wound up with this scooter shop that the guy wanted to move to somewhere where he could ride every day of his life.
Right.
So he moved to Vegas, and I got the shop. So
and you liked the company so much you bought one and ride it every day.
Yep.
See,
So it's a good evolution.
That's an excellent way to do it. The Italian thing makes it super sexy too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's much easier to say it's from northern Italy than from Taiwan or something like that. As far as the panache goes, and they just did another limited edition a year ago with Giorgio Armani, where he got mixed up, or he got a good paint mix going on, where you looked at the bike one way and it was gray, and another way it was green. So.
I like those kind of ideas. Could I ask you a personal favor?
Sure.
Could I come down to your shop one day? Could we go for a ride together?
Oh yeah, we'll go out.
I might need to swap out my helmet for the Captain America helmet. It might be a little weird driving a Vespa with that helmet on. But
no.
I'd love to go riding with you for a day, or half a day, or 15 minutes, whatever you can spare out of the day. Because
St. John's Bridge is a good start. By going over that bridge is great.
Oh, so you're located in Northwest, right?
Yeah.
Right at the end of 23rd. Is that right?
23rd and Vaughan.
You know something? Yeah. I didn't even. That was not researched. I remembered that from passing it.
All right.
And so clearly, whoever does your signage, by the way, should probably get a bonus, because I realized you were there. And people can come down if you have an endorsement. You can take them on a test drive. You'll help them with financing and all those type of things, like a normal bike shop.
Yep. We can make it easy.
All right. If I want a Vespa, do you have them in stock today?
I have 93 on the floor right now.
All right, that's a good thing, because sometimes like I walk in and I want something, and it's like a 3-week order. So that's always very disappointing. If you have 93, the first 93 people Monday morning when Paul opens his door, you will be in luck. Number 94. You're gonna have to wait 3 weeks for the bike to show up, unless you can find a secondhand one for you somewhere. All right, hot sellers for you.
Yeah, the best seller is the 150, because it allows you to go around town. You can do a couple exits on the highway, but then you should get off, because
no, it's not a freeway bike. Is that what you're telling me?
No, but it can handle quite a bit and around town and up hills and two up on them and things like that.
We need to make a legislative change so it can go in the bike lanes.
Yes.
Oh, dude, you're starting so much trouble there, Brad.
Yes.
Boy, you have no idea the trouble you're making there.
Well, not in the bike lines. The reverse, where downtown has separate lanes for bicycles, but the scooters have to be over there with the semis,
All right.
We should be in the bike. We should be in the bike lane.
We could talk about this for another hour.
Yeah.
Paul, tell me how we get hold of the Vespa shop online or by phone.
Online is vespaportland.com. The phone number is 503-222-3779.
And if someone comes in there and say they heard you on Test Miles, you'll be extra super nice to them.
Yes, of course.
I think you'd be extra super nice anyway.
Yeah, I think so too.
It doesn't matter if you're listening to the show or not. Thank you for coming.
Right.
I'm really looking forward to spending some time with you. I want to come down and check out the Vespas, but I will leave my credit cards at home if you don't mind.
Thanks, Nick, for
2 weeks.
For having me on the show. I appreciate it.
Yeah, all right. Coming up next, we'll talk about the Honda Ridgeline with our friend Jeff Zerschmidt. That's all on Test Miles. I'm Nick Miles.